Have you ever felt like your body was sending signals you couldn't quite understand? What if that constant exhaustion, the sore tongue, or the clouded mind wasn't just aging, but something far more specific? And most importantly, could these hidden signs be pointing to a silent deficiency, slowly draining your vitality? These are not random quirks. They could be your body's cry for help, signaling a lack of vitamin B12, a nutrient essential for energy, brain health, and even DNA repair. For seniors, overlooking these warnings can mean mistaking a fixable issue for the natural wear of time. Stay with me until the end, because we'll uncover 7 unusual but critical signs of vitamin B12 deficiency that can completely change how you feel, think, and live. By the final one, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to take action to restore your energy and clarity. And don't miss the symptom that could protect both your heart and your mind. Before we dive in, I'd be grateful for your support. Like this video to help spread these important lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so and turn on the bell for more health insights. If this video helps you, comment number 1. If not, comment number 0, so I know how to improve. Now, let's get started. The first hidden sign is bone-deep exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix. Imagine waking after a full night's rest, yet your body feels like it has run a marathon. Even getting out of bed becomes a heavy task, as if gravity itself were holding you down. Your arms and legs feel heavy, as if weighed down by invisible anchors, and your mind is clouded in a fog no amount of coffee can clear. You yawn through conversations, struggle to stay focused on simple tasks, and find yourself longing for a nap before noon. This isn't ordinary tiredness or the natural ups and downs of energy. It is a deep, unshakable exhaustion that lingers no matter how much you rest. This relentless fatigue may be your body's alarm for a vitamin B12 deficiency, a nutrient vital for keeping your energy alive. B12 plays a central role in producing red blood cells, those tiny couriers that carry oxygen from your lungs to every muscle, organ, and tissue. Without enough B12, your body produces fewer, weaker red blood cells that can't deliver oxygen efficiently. The result is like a car running on a clogged fuel line, sputtering along on fumes. Muscles ache, the brain starves for clarity, and even small tasks like climbing stairs or replying to an email feel overwhelming. Too often, this exhaustion is blamed on stress, overwork, or simply aging. Many seniors accept it as inevitable, but ignoring it risks overlooking a fixable problem. Low B12 levels are surprisingly common in older adults, partly because aging stomachs often produce less acid, making it harder to absorb the nutrient from food. Vegetarians, vegans, and those with conditions like pernicious anemia or digestive disorders such as Crohn's disease or celiac disease are also at higher risk. If you find yourself trapped in exhaustion that rest can't relieve, it's time to speak with your doctor about testing your vitamin B12 levels. A simple blood test can provide the answer. Treatment, through injections, oral supplements, or dietary changes, may be the key to reclaiming the vibrant energy you thought was lost. Don't let fatigue steal your days. Pay attention to your body and take action. The second hidden sign is mood swings that rob you of joy. Picture this. You're moving through an ordinary day when suddenly a wave of irritability crashes over you. You snap at a loved one over something trivial, then regret it immediately. Or maybe sadness strikes out of nowhere, leaving you heavy and joyless, even in activities you once loved. One moment your thoughts race with anxiety. The next, you're strangely calm, only to swing back to frustration. These emotional roller coasters drain your spirit. While it's easy to blame stress, work, or family pressures, low vitamin B12 could be the silent force behind it. This vital nutrient is essential for brain chemistry, helping produce serotonin, dopamine, and other neurotransmitters that regulate mood and emotional stability. Serotonin, often called the feel-good chemical, keeps you calm, focused, and content. When vitamin B12 levels drop, serotonin production falters, leaving your brain struggling to maintain emotional balance. The result can be sudden mood swings, irritability without warning, anxiety with no clear cause, or a lingering sadness that feels like depression. In severe cases, B12 deficiency has been linked to clinical depression and cognitive decline, especially in older adults who may mistake these symptoms for normal aging or even dementia. What makes this sign so deceptive is how easy it is to misinterpret. You might blame yourself, thinking you're overreacting or not coping well, when in truth your brain is crying out for a vital nutrient. This is particularly true for those at higher risk: vegans avoiding animal-based foods, older adults whose absorption decreases with age, or people with conditions like gastritis or autoimmune disorders that block nutrient absorption. If your emotions feel unstable or your joy has faded, don't just dismiss it as stress or age. Ask your healthcare provider to test your vitamin B12 levels. Correcting a deficiency through supplements, fortified foods, or B12-rich sources like salmon, eggs, and nutritional yeast can help restore balance and bring back the emotional stability you've been missing. After all, your joy is worth protecting. If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Thank you for your time. The third hidden sign is pale or yellowish skin that signals trouble. Stand in front of a mirror and look closely. Does your skin appear unusually pale, as if the color has drained from your cheeks? Or perhaps you notice a faint yellow tint, giving your face a shadow of jaundice, like spending too long under harsh fluorescent light. These changes may creep in gradually, so subtle you dismiss them as fatigue, stress, or a poor night's sleep. But these shifts are not just cosmetic quirks. They are your body's warning that a vitamin B12 deficiency may be brewing beneath the surface. B12 is critical for producing healthy red blood cells, which deliver oxygen and give skin its natural rosy glow. When B12 is low, the body makes fewer red blood cells, and those produced are often oversized and fragile. They break down too soon, leading to megaloblastic anemia. This breakdown releases bilirubin, a pigment that can cause a yellowish cast across the skin and even the whites of your eyes. This jaundice-like appearance can be mistaken for liver disease or other serious problems, but often it's directly tied to low B12. At the same time, fewer healthy red blood cells mean less oxygen delivery, leaving your skin looking pale, sallow, and washed out, robbing you of the vibrant complexion you once had. For seniors, these skin changes are easy to overlook. A pale or yellowish tone may be brushed off as fatigue or simply aging, especially when it develops slowly over months or years. But ignoring these signs risks missing a deficiency that affects not just appearance, but overall health. B12 deficiency is particularly common in older adults due to reduced stomach acid, which is needed to absorb the nutrient, as well as in those with dietary restrictions or conditions like pernicious anemia, where the body attacks the very cells that help with absorption. If your skin is showing these subtle warnings, don't dismiss them. A simple blood test can confirm if low vitamin B12 is to blame. Treatment, whether through supplements, injections, or dietary changes, can restore red blood cell production and bring back the healthy glow your body deserves. Your skin is telling a story. Listen to it and act before it's too late. The fourth hidden sign is a rebellious tongue and mouth in distress. Your tongue is more than a muscle for tasting and talking. It's a sensitive mirror of your nutritional health. One of the earliest and most striking signs of vitamin B12 deficiency is glossitis, when the tongue becomes inflamed, swollen, and painfully red. Imagine waking up with a tongue that feels unnaturally tender, looks glossy or polished, and makes even simple tasks, sipping tea, eating toast, or speaking during a conversation, uncomfortable. The soreness may be mild or a persistent burning sensation that lingers all day. In severe cases, the tongue can undergo a dramatic change. The tiny papillae, the small bumps that hold taste buds and give texture, begin to flatten. This leaves the tongue looking unnaturally smooth and shiny, a classic sign of glossitis that can be unsettling to see in the mirror. But the issues don't stop with the tongue. Vitamin B12 deficiency can also cause painful mouth ulcers, often known as canker sores. These shallow lesions may appear on the cheeks, gums, lips, or beneath the tongue, turning every bite of food or sip of something acidic, like orange juice or tomato soup, into an ordeal. Unlike cold sores, which are caused by a virus and appear externally, canker sores are not contagious. They're often linked to stress or nutritional deficiencies. In the case of B12, they occur because this vitamin is essential for rapid cell repair and renewal in the mouth's delicate tissues. Without enough B12, these linings become thin, fragile, and slow to heal, making them more vulnerable to irritation and painful sores. For seniors, these symptoms can be especially disruptive. Age already brings challenges like dentures, dry mouth, or dietary limitations, and oral pain only makes eating less enjoyable and far more difficult. A sore, swollen tongue or recurring ulcers can make eating difficult, reducing food intake and causing further nutritional gaps. Avoiding solid foods due to pain may mean missing other essential nutrients, creating a vicious cycle. Glossitis can even change taste perception, making favorite foods seem bland or metallic, which lowers appetite and quality of life. The science behind these symptoms lies in vitamin B12's vital role in DNA synthesis and cell division. The mouth's mucosal tissues regenerate rapidly to handle chewing, swallowing, and exposure to hot, cold, or acidic foods. B12 acts as a coenzyme in DNA production, the blueprint for new, healthy cells. When B12 is lacking, cell division slows, leading to abnormal tissue growth and inflammation in the tongue and mouth. The good news is these symptoms are often reversible. Boosting B12 through supplements, injections, fortified foods like cereals or plant-based milks, or dietary sources such as eggs, fish, or meat can restore tissue health. For seniors, absorption issues are common due to reduced stomach acid or intrinsic factor, a protein needed to absorb B12. In such cases, injections or high-dose oral supplements may be required. If your tongue is red, glossy, or swollen, or if mouth ulcers are turning meals into misery, don't dismiss it as a minor annoyance. These are your body's distress signals, and a simple blood test measuring vitamin B12 levels, along with markers like homocysteine or methylmalonic acid, can confirm a deficiency. Acting early can spare you prolonged discomfort and prevent serious complications later. Talk with your healthcare provider about testing and treatment options. Keeping a symptom diary may also help, tracking the frequency and severity of oral issues to guide diagnosis. The fifth hidden sign is tingling limbs that feel like electric shocks. Few sensations are more unsettling than sudden tingling, numbness, or burning in your hands, feet, or legs. Often described as pins and needles or tiny jolts, these symptoms can strike without warning, leaving you rubbing your limbs to shake off the discomfort. Occasional tingling may come from sitting awkwardly, but when it persists, it could signal nerve damage from a vitamin B12 deficiency. B12 is essential for nervous system health, playing a vital role in producing and maintaining the myelin sheath, a fatty protective coating around nerve fibers. Think of myelin as the insulation on an electrical wire. It ensures signals move quickly and efficiently from the brain to the body. When B12 levels drop, this sheath weakens, disrupting communication and causing those odd, uncomfortable sensations known as peripheral neuropathy. You might feel tingling or burning in your hands and feet, a creeping numbness as if your fingers or toes have fallen asleep, or even sharp shooting pains that come and go. For seniors, these symptoms are especially concerning. Peripheral neuropathy doesn't just cause discomfort, it can affect balance and coordination, raising the risk of falls, one of the most serious dangers in older age. Even simple tasks like buttoning a shirt, holding utensils, or walking on uneven ground can become difficult or risky. In severe cases, untreated vitamin B12 deficiency can cause permanent nerve damage, which makes early detection vital. If you experience ongoing tingling, numbness, or electric shock-like sensations, don't dismiss them as normal aging. B12 deficiency may be the hidden cause, and addressing it with supplements, injections, or dietary changes can protect your nerves and restore normal sensation. If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're with me. Thank you for your time. The sixth hidden sign is a racing heart that feels out of control. Normally, your heart should beat steadily, like a metronome keeping life's rhythm. But when it suddenly flutters, pounds, or races without warning, it's natural to feel alarmed. These palpitations, skipping, racing, or irregular beats, can mimic a panic attack or even a cardiac event, filling you with fear. What may surprise you is that the root cause isn't always the heart itself. A vitamin B12 deficiency can trigger megaloblastic anemia, where the body struggles to produce enough healthy oxygen-carrying red blood cells. Instead, it produces oversized, poorly functioning cells that fail to deliver oxygen efficiently to tissues and organs. To compensate for low oxygen, your heart works overtime, pumping harder and faster to deliver what little it can. This strain shows up as palpitations, shortness of breath, dizziness, or crushing fatigue. Over time, the constant overwork can weaken the heart, raising the risk of long-term cardiovascular problems. For seniors, heart health is critical, and palpitations linked to vitamin B12 deficiency are warnings not to ignore. At first, the signs may be subtle: a skipped beat, a brief dizzy spell when standing, or a wave of lightheadedness. But as the deficiency deepens, episodes often become more frequent or intense, joined by weakness or a pale complexion. The encouraging news is that megaloblastic anemia from B12 deficiency is treatable. Supplements or dietary adjustments can restore healthy red blood cell production. If your heart feels out of rhythm, a simple blood test may reveal that B12 is the missing link. Addressing it early can steady your heartbeat and safeguard your cardiovascular health for years to come. The seventh hidden sign is forgetfulness that feels like losing yourself. Memory is the thread weaving together who you are, linking past experiences to present life. When that thread begins to fray, when you forget where you parked, struggle to recall a name, or lose your train of thought mid-sentence, it can feel as though pieces of yourself are slipping away. For seniors, these senior moments often carry a heavy emotional weight, stirring fears of dementia or cognitive decline. But what if the real cause isn't inevitable aging, but a correctable nutritional deficiency? Low vitamin B12 can cloud the mind, leading to brain fog, memory lapses, and even symptoms that mimic serious neurological conditions, offering hope that mental clarity may be restored. B12 is a powerhouse for brain health, supporting several vital processes that keep the mind sharp. First, it maintains the myelin sheath, the protective coating around neurons that ensures fast, accurate communication across the brain's network. This is crucial for processing information, forming memories, and retrieving them when needed. Second, B12 supports the production of neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers regulating mood, focus, and cognition. It aids in making serotonin and dopamine, which influence emotional stability and concentration. Third, B12 helps control homocysteine, an amino acid that, when elevated, can damage brain blood vessels, raising the risk of cognitive decline and even stroke. When B12 levels fall, these processes weaken, leading to a range of cognitive issues. Concentration may slip, as if thoughts are moving through molasses. Brain fog creates a vague, hazy state where even simple decisions feel overwhelming. Recent memories may fade more easily while older ones remain intact. In severe cases, vitamin B12 deficiency can cause confusion, disorientation, or even personality changes like irritability or apathy that resemble early dementia or depression. This overlap is especially concerning for seniors, as it may lead to misdiagnosis and delayed treatment. Studies suggest that up to 15% of older adults with cognitive symptoms may actually have an underlying B12 deficiency, making it a crucial factor to rule out. The emotional toll of cognitive decline can be heavy. Forgetting a grandchild's birthday or struggling to follow a conversation can erode confidence, leading to anxiety or social withdrawal. Relationships may also suffer, as loved ones sometimes mistake confusion for stubbornness or lack of interest. The fear of losing independence, whether managing finances, driving, or living alone, can be overwhelming, making it vital to identify reversible causes. The encouraging news is that B12 deficiency is one of the few treatable causes of cognitive decline, and improvements can be dramatic. Supplementation, often beginning with injections or high-dose oral B12, can restore levels and start repairing neurological damage. Improvements in memory, focus, and mood may appear within weeks, though recovery depends on how long the deficiency has lasted and the extent of nerve involvement. Dietary adjustments, like adding B12-rich foods or fortified products, help maintain levels. Yet for seniors with absorption problems, such as pernicious anemia, gastritis, or those taking medications like proton pump inhibitors, lifelong supplementation may be necessary. If you or a loved one is dealing with unexplained forgetfulness, trouble focusing, or other cognitive changes, don't assume it's just aging. Keep track of your symptoms, when they began, how often they occur, and any related issues like fatigue, tingling, or mood swings. Share this record with your healthcare provider and request a blood test to measure vitamin B12 levels, along with markers like homocysteine or methylmalonic acid. In some cases, a folate test may also be recommended, since folate and B12 deficiencies can look alike. Early action can lift the fog, sharpen your mind, and help you regain the clarity you depend on. We've now uncovered 7 unusual signs your body may be crying out for vitamin B12. From bone-deep exhaustion and a rebellious tongue to tingling limbs and a foggy mind slipping away, these aren't just symptoms. They are urgent SOS signals from your body. And now, you have the knowledge to act. So, what stood out to you today? Maybe you realized your unexplained fatigue isn't just age, or that the tingling in your hands could be a warning. Share your thoughts in the comments below and tell us what step you'll take. Whether it's asking your doctor about a B12 test or adding more B12-rich foods to your diet, your story could inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing health insights. Let's continue this conversation and support one another on the journey to better aging. I wish you good health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint.